I heard another minister say this. He's actually in heaven now, but I heard him say this, and I like the way he described this about the Bible. It's just very concise and to the point because he said the Bible, and the Bible is a big book. It has 66 books from Genesis to Revelation. But he said the Bible, he said, let me tell you what the Bible's about. It's mainly about three things. It's about the king, about his kingdom, and his children. The king, his kingdom, and his children. That's what the Bible's about. Now, all the other topics and subjects that we study, and I love teaching in Bible schools. And of course, in Bible schools, the instructor is going to be teaching on a lot of different topics and subjects of the Bible, because that's why the believers are going to the Bible school to learn all about the Bible. But sometimes, like I said before, sometimes I think Christians get bogged down with so many topics and subjects to study. They're thinking, wow, there's so much to learn. I'm trying to get good at healing, trying to get good at learning about faith, about prosperity, about marriage, about the gifts of the Spirit, about the fruit of the Spirit, understanding how the local church works, understanding about, pastors and elders and ministry gifts. There's just so much. Sometimes I think Christians get bogged down on that, and they kind of lose the big picture. Remember, all those topics and subjects, those are all things that pertain to the big picture. The big picture is about the king, which is God, which is Jesus, the king, his kingdom, and his children. That's you and me as believers. That's what the big picture is about. So when we teach on healing and say faith and deliverance and prosperity and the gifts of the Spirit and all these other wonderful topics from the Bible, what we're doing is we're still teaching on the kingdom of God. We're teaching on things that pertain to the kingdom. We're teaching on things that pertain to the kingdom of God. And I want to share that with you, because I hope that will help you to not get bogged down and when you look at all the different topics in the Bible, remind yourself what the big picture is about. Now, you remember I gave you a definition from Jack Hayford's Bible handbook of the kingdom of God. And let me remind you that one more time. His definition was the kingdom of God is God's rule of grace in the world. God's rule of grace in the world. Now, let me give you the Strong's Concordance. If you look up the word kingdom in the Strong's Concordance, here's what it means. It means royalty. It means to rule. It means a realm. In other words, the kingdom of God is God's supernatural realm, spiritual realm. But it also means to reign, R-E-I-G-N.